Let me wait to join your friends. Before going to start the session, Ma, if you are having any doubts, you can make it clear now, Ma.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Amar.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Jahan. Ma, before going to start the session, if you are having any doubts regarding to the previous session, you can carry on. Let me wait for your
No, sir,
friends.
no doubt, sir. It's clear, sir.
Thank you, Amar. But let us give chance for others. I will be continuing with secondary functions. Ma, yesterday we have discussed regarding the features of banking as well as primary functions of commercial bank. Let me wait for 2 more minutes. After that, I will be carrying with the session. Okay, ma. Let me start the session now. So, yesterday we have discussed regarding the primary functions of commercial bank. Now we are going to discuss regarding to secondary functions of commercial bank. Before going to start the session, once again I am making a clear statement that we are revising the syllabus but not explanation part, so that my humble request is whatever the material that you are having, please keep in front of you so that if you are having any doubts you can be clarified now itself. Okay, now going into the secondary functions. The secondary functions of commercial bank have been classified into two more. One is agency functions and another thing is utility functions. And yesterday itself I have said that particularly when they are going to ask regarding to long answer question, they might be asking in order to write in detail regarding to the agency and utility functions for 10 marks. Otherwise, once again they may be asking for a short answer question just by giving a agency or utility function. Now let us try to understand what you mean by agency function. So bank, it will be acting as a agent. That means the role of principal and agent will be left over in this particular function. That means whatever the rule, whatever the things that you are going to say, the bank, it will be obeying as an agent and it will be performing over binding the law. So let us see collection and payment of credit. So I think you are aware regarding to the bank reconciliation statement that you have done over. There you will be giving some standard instructions to the bank that some things has to be done over. That means a bank it will be either collecting the money or it will be paying the money on behalf of you. In the same manner here, what the bank it will be doing, it will be collecting as well as it will be paying the credit. That means if you have given standard instructions to the bank in order to pay for rent, electricity, taxes, or interest, then bank it will be collecting, and bank it will be paying. And at the same time, if you ask the bank in order to collect the dividends or any interest that you have been invested in any bank in any sector, then also bank it will be collecting over. So as an agent, the bank will be functioning in this manner. Second one, purchase and sale of securities. So previously we have said that today ever increasing function of bank, that means the bank today it has extended its activities towards large sector. So how the brokerage companies that they will be doing over regarding to the stock market, the same scenario will be also seen in the banking sector also. So bank as an agent, what it will be doing, so you will be giving some standard statement to the bank that whenever the share price either it will be increasing or decreasing, what the mark that you have kept over, you will be giving. When the share price is going to climb over to this mark, then sell it. Or whenever the share it is going to decrease for this value, you are supposed to purchase. So in this manner you will be giving a standard statement. So bank on behalf of you, it will be purchasing securities as well as it will be selling your securities. And next comes regarding to trustee as well as executor. So trustee and executor. And just with an example, I will be concluding this one. How trustee and executor will be happen. See, you are supposed to live in USA and your complete assets have been left over in India. So it has to be safeguard. So you don't rely regarding to any of your relatives. In this situation, what you will be doing, you will be hand over all kind of your assets towards the bank. In this manner, the bank what it will be doing, it will be acting as your trustee as well as executor. Next comes remittance of money. Here remittance means transfer. So bank on behalf of you, it will be transferring the money to whomever that you have been insisted over. It might be in the form of DDs, check, and whatever the payment mode that you have been implied over. Next over representation and correspondence. And once again with good example, I can conclude this point, representation and correspondent. So you are staying in Chennai and you don't know anyone. That means first time you have gone to Chennai, but you have applied for either passport or visa, and daily you are changing. That means one day you are staying at lodge, one day you are staying at as a payee guest, and one day you are staying at some other place or your friend's home. So you are not having one permanent address in order to give your residence proof. So that what you are doing, in whatever bank that you are holding an account, you will be giving that particular address. So in that manner the bank it will be acting as uh, representation as well as correspondent. Finally, bullion trading. I think you are having knowledge regarding to this bullion trading, so the share market it will be going to start from morning 10 to 5. In from 10 to 5, what it will be happening, equity shares, preference debentures, all those things will be happen. But in evening bullion trading will be happen. Bullion means here commodities that you can see over, either turmeric or regarding to uh, silver, all these things will be happen regarding to evening. So nowadays the banks they are also dealing in bullion trading. That means how it is going to purchase regarding to equity shares, how you have given a standard instruction whenever either increase or fall in the equity, the same kind of instructions that you will be given regarding to bullion trading. And not only that particular thing, nowadays bank it is also selling gold coins and silver coins. How in Karnool Sharaf Bazaar, the people that they will, the goldsmith that they will be dealing in gold, the same kind, the bank it will be also selling gold as well as silver. But it will be in the form of coins and they will be not selling in bulk manner. That is called as bullion trading. And these are the agency functions that it will be doing on the standard instructions given by the customer. Please go through 6 points. If you are having any doubt, please raise. Any point has to be clarified?
No, sir.
Yes, yes. I'm waiting for another students. Just now I have completed agency functions of bank. If you are having any doubt, please raise. I will try to give explanation. Otherwise, I will be moving with general utility functions.
Sir, bullion trading.
Bullion trading, right, ma? See, the share market, it has been classified into two, ma. Starting from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock, they will be trading equity shares. In evening, they will be trading commodities. So there are different kinds of commodities. For example, turmeric, uh, or regarding to silver, or regarding to copper, iron. All these will be trading in evening. So bullion trading means actually there are some mediators who will be dealing all these things. Let me say like Religare, Sher Khan. All these are the intermediaries which will be dealing on behalf of us regarding to share market. But nowadays bank, they have taken the responsibility of all these things. And let me give one example. If turmeric price has been increased over, then what you will be saying, you are holding some stock regarding to turmeric, and you will be saying to the bank, when turmeric price has increased to 4,000, then sale over. If turmeric price has decreased to 3,500, then purchase this much of quantity. So that is called as bullion trading. Now banks, they are also dealing in such kind of trading. So banks, on behalf of us, because it is an agent, so whatever the standard instruction, that 4,000 and 3,500 that you have said, it will be doing. That is one part. Second part, nowadays banks, they are also selling gold coins and silver coins, ma. I think you are aware regarding to Shara Bazaar or any gold shops. Whenever you want to purchase any raw gold, not the complete jewelry form, raw gold. So if you want such kind of pure form of 24 carats of gold, then now also you can approach that particular any bank, any bank. If they are having the stock, definitely they will be selling over. This is called as bullion trading. Still, ma? Have you understood, ma? If yes, please give thumbs up. Otherwise, still I will be trying to explain in different manner. Yes, thank you, ma. Thank you. Shall I continue with general utility services, or still any more explanation has to be given for agency functions? Bhavana Reddy, Somya, Navnita, Jyoti, you have not yet responded for anyone, anything? Okay, I will be continuing over. General utility services. The first and foremost thing is locker facility. Okay, before going into this particular aspect, let me ask you one question. In olden days, or particularly in India, how the banking function has been started over, ma? I think you have studied regarding to the evolution of banking in India. Can anyone try to recall how the banking evolution has been happened in India? Who has started this banking? What names were given for those people? Make a try. What, ma? No answer, no response. Ma,
Sir,
have you got me? Yes, yes, please go on.
sir, during East India Company, many banks were already established, sir, like General Bank of India and Bank of Bombay, Bank of Madras, sir.
Those are called as presidency banks. Okay.
Yes, sir, Presidency Banks.
Okay. Uh, that means with the entry of East India Company only, India has started its banking activities.
Yes, sir.
That means Indians are not having that saving system before East India Company at the time of King reign.
They are saving money in post office, sir.
At the time of kings, where was post office, ma? What my question was, during historical period, do Indians are having a habit of saving their money or not? If yes, how they have started? Because now itself, now and then, banking has not started in India. Before the king time itself, it has been started. That's what my question was. Okay, anyhow, you have both of you have given very good answers. Still, anyone, ma? Jaslyn, Soumya, any answers from you? Okay, ma. In olden days, which people are very rich, ma? Can you tell that answer? My time is running. Please don't waste my time.
Zamindars, money lenders, sir.
Ah, very good. Landlords, money lenders. Still, the first thing, money lenders and landlords, I have said during the king's period, the first and foremost richest person is king.
Kings.
But a normal person, he can't safeguard his money with king. Then what is the other alternative for that common person where he can safeguard his money? I think you have seen Bahubali movie many times. At least you should have some common sense, no? Okay. Uh, who are this goldsmith, ma? What is the work of this goldsmith? What is the work of goldsmith?
To make ornaments, sir.
Why all have slept over? Is that boring? If you are sleeping, then definitely it will be boring. Okay, anyhow. So goldsmith, what does he do, ma? He will be converting the gold into jewelry, ornaments. So now also, if you visit any Shara Bazaar or any such places, there you can see safe lockers, ma. In Telugu, we will be calling as Inapa Pette, right? Safe lockers, iron safes that we are calling. So in olden days, the people in order to safeguard their money, they are having only two ways. One, they have to deposit these particular things near goldsmith, where they will be depositing them in iron safes. And secondary thing, they have to dig a pit hole and they have to keep their ornament and jewelry in that pit hole. But it is very risky one. So in that manner, evolution has been happened in India. So those people who used to trade in such kind, they were be calling as Shettis, Chettiars, Baniyars, like that. uh, Guptas and all these things. Okay, now coming regarding to general utility services, here locker facilities. I think each and everyone you will be having knowledge regarding to locker facilities. And one good example, and this is off record, not on record. Uh, when you have watched the movie July, the introduction part itself, they will a robbery will be happen in the bank, but they will try to open that safe lock, but it will not open. And in opposite, the person who tries to open that safe lock, he meets his death. So as it is a part of movie, they will be bringing a huge crane and they will be robbing that particular bank. But in general, it will be not happen. That much safe system. For that purpose, it is called a safe lock system. And once again, here there are different kinds of safe lock according to occupancy, small, medium, as well as large. And the important thing is, uh, no person, even the banks, doesn't know what you are depositing in safe lock, and it is completely your responsibility. If you lost or if you miss anything, depends upon you, because bank never opens without using your key. There will be two keys, one is public key and another thing is private key. The private key will be with you and public key with the bank. If both of them are combinedly going to operate, the lock will be not opened, and bank doesn't know what it is in your particular locker. You might be keeping 10 rupees or 1 lakh rupee. Bank will never ask what you are depositing in the safe lock. And I don't want to extend this point. Acting as referee. Acting as referee. Okay. This is another important point. Yesterday I said that safeguard of records. Bank will never disclose or enclose any of your accounts to common public or any institution until and unless court directs you. That how I have said. And once again here, once again I'm making clear, once again, if you are making directions to the bank in order to reveal your accounts, then only the bank it will be disclosing all material facts to the people whoever it is wanted. So now you want to trade in some other country, then those countries will be asking your financial position, because whenever you are going to trade in other countries, definitely you need foreign currency. So these banks, they will be acting as referee. That means they will be saying the financial position of you, or credit worthiness. So how much credit, how much value my customer will be happen. So up to this much you can lend over money for this particular person. In this manner, the bank will be acting as referee. And next comes regarding to issue of letter of credit. The same thing, letter of credit is nothing but the credit worthiness of particular customer. Because if you are approaching one particular USA bank, let me say a Citibank. Citibank, it is having 140 branches across 140. It is having so many branches across 140 countries. CITI, Citibank, it is a multinational bank. Okay, this Citibank, if you have gone for USA and you have approached Citibank and you are asking $1 lakh, then how Citibank it is having a trust regarding to you, how it can lend money to you. So when you are going to take a letter of credit from SBI, then the Citibank it is having some sort of authentication that definitely the bank which is familiar in India, it itself it is giving some proof that this fellow is having this much credit worthiness. Then the Citibank it will be issuing. So this is called as letter of credit. Next, acting as underwriters. So previously also we have discussed this point. So acting as underwriters, once again it is regarding to public offer or initial public offer. I think you are having the knowledge regarding to prospectus. Whenever the company it is supposed to issue the prospectus, within 90 days the company has to get back 80 to 90% of issued shares. Otherwise, once again it has to start from starting stage. So whatever the leftover shares, in order to get certificate of commencement, definitely the companies, what it will be doing, it will be asking the underwriters to purchase those shares. For that, the companies will be giving underwriter commission. So here the banks, they will be purchasing such shares which have been not sold in the market. And another thing, whenever the bank they have purchased these shares, then the common public they will be having a hope, because the banks they are not supposed to invest the money in shell companies. Shell companies means in Telugu we can say as dollar company. That means there are no true owners, or the company doesn't exist through naked eyes. So it is just for books. So the banks definitely it will be going to brief history of that companies, then only it will be investing. So the public will be having some sort of trustee, as well as the companies they will be saved over. So acting as underwriters, it is really a great point both to the companies as well as the customers. And next one, acting as information banks. So you are a trader and you are a first time trader, but you don't know how the global markets will be responded over, and you don't know where you want to sell your products or where you want to invest the money. So banks then it will be giving information. If you are going to invest in that particular company, let me say General Motors, then definitely you will be getting very handsome amount. So in this manner, the banks they will be giving information regarding to different companies that have been located at different countries. And next, issuing of traveler's check. This is very very important. In olden days, not only in olden days but also when you are supposed to travel with huge amount, then what will be happen, theft can be happen over, or robbery can be happen over. So in order to eradicate these things, particularly for the business people who are going to travel to more distances with huge money, the banks they have brought traveler's check. So traveler's check, it is a denomination of your choice. The bank that it will be printed on a paper and you can encash it at that place where you are going to travel. So without any cash carriage, this traveler check it will be helpful. So just in order to stop the barriers of carrying the cash while traveling, this traveler's check will be useful. Next, gift check. So it is also very good thing in Indian our culture. Whenever we are going for any function, particularly in marriages, we will be giving some money as a gift for the bride and bridegroom. So in order to be somewhat fascinated, the banks in some denominations like 51 rupees, 101 rupees, or 500 rupees, or some 1000 rupees, they will be providing some checks. Those are called as gift checks. The persons who have received those checks, they can encash the bank, they can encash the money at that relevant banks. Next, dealing in foreign exchange. Already previously we have discussed regarding to Exim Bank, Export and Import Bank. So in such kind, the foreign exchange will be also dealt by banks. But here one point that you have to understand, all the banks, they do not have permission to deal with foreign exchange. Only some banks which have been recognized by RBI, those banks they can deal in foreign exchange. Second thing, even though such bank which has have the acceptance from the RBI to deal with foreign exchange, local branches cannot deal. Only the foreign exchange can be deal at head branches. One good example, SBI Bank, Andhra Bank is there. Andhra Bank, it is not having any authority to deal with foreign exchange. SBI Bank, it has authority to deal with foreign exchange. But in all branches of SBI, you are not supposed to exchange the foreign currency. Only at head office of that particular SBI, you are going to exchange the foreign exchange. That is the thing. And finally, merchant banking services. Merchant banking services means the bank, it will be making helpful for its customers in order to make loans or any other arrangement from non-financial banking services. Here once again let me ask one simple question: what do you mean by non-financial services? Can anyone give one good example, ma? Banks or financial services, what are non-financial services which will be giving loans? Can you expect, ma? Ma, non-financial businesses are nothing but which are not doing banking activities. Very good example, life insurance, general insurance. So if any arrangement regarding to loan or any other such business activities has to be done over, the bank it will be helping. These are called as merchant banking services. And this comes regarding to the general utility functions. Any doubts, ma?
No, sir.
Only daily one person
No,
will be
sir.
responded. Only two persons. What about the others, ma? I am revising the topics. I have to know, no, either you are understanding or not. Otherwise, it is merely waste. Bhavna Reddy, have you understood, ma? Please unmute yourself and say.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Next time, please give thumbs up. And what about Jyoti?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma. Soumya and Navanita?
Yes, sir.
Right. And finally, Navanita. Are you there? Okay. No response, that means she was dreaming. And finally, development functions. And development mobilization of savings, already we have discussed previously. Once again, mobilization of savings. What if happen if savings are not mobilized? Let me take very two good examples. One, Rayalaseema zone, and another East Godavari and West Godavari. See, their farming is there and here also farming is there. But when you have observed the financial positions of Rayalaseema farmers as well as East and West Godavari farmers, here the farmers definitely they are in very poor position. But the farmers in East and West Godavari, they used to travel in luxurious car. So if the savings of that particular people have been left over there itself, then the people of Rayalaseema farmers, they are supposed to go still in bad condition. So banks, what they will be doing, the income generated in such areas, they will be mobilized to those areas where it has been underdeveloped, remote areas or rural areas. That is the importance of mobilization of savings. Second one, extension of bankings in rural areas. So previously or in some classes, particularly regarding to regional rural banks, that I have said that in olden days, the banks, they have not shown very interest regarding to rural areas, because the major occupation of rurals, that means the village people, was farming, and the income generated that farming was very low, as well as it is not very profitable for the banks in order to set up. And the people are, particularly the employees, they have also not shown very interest to work in rural areas. So this has made a chance for post offices, as well as the growth of regional rural banks at the same of unorganized sectors like indigenous bankers, money lenders. So nowadays the banks, what they have done, they have also started to extend their branches towards regional as well as underdeveloped economy. And next comes regarding to providing loans to weaker section. Yes, today also, with the help of state governments, not directly with the bank, but with the help of state governments, the bank, they are also providing loans to the weaker sections. So how they are providing loans, or how they are helping regarding to weaker sections, means they are providing the loans at very cheaper and nominal rate. uh, One good example, particularly in Andhra Pradesh, regarding to farming, the government has said that the banks, that they can avail a crop loan of 1 lakh rupee of nominal rate of interest, it will be 25 paise or any that. And another thing is, whatever the crop loan that the farms that they have taken on agriculture, it will be waived off. So the banks, they will be getting some sort of assurance that even the customers, if they are not able to pay back, the state governments, that they will be repaying that money. Even if you are going to take self-help groups, Podbu Mahilalu, that we will be calling in Telugu. So these people, they will be also getting loans for cheaper rates, 25 paise. So in this manner, not only for the corporate sector, but for weak people who are working like artisans or weavers or laborers, the banks, they are also providing credit at cheaper. Next, assistance to capital market. So this is comes regarding to the corporate sector. So the banks like IDBI, Industrial Development Bank of India, these banks, what they will be doing, they will be providing loans for corporate sector. And once again, the loans might be long term loans, short term loans, and medium term loans. So here the loans that they are going to provide in huge manner, that means some crores and crores of rupees will be provided for these companies. In this manner, the development functions has been classified. Are you having any doubts regarding to these development functions, ma? Four development functions were there.
No.
Okay, thank you. And finally, modern functions. Ma'am, modern functions, you are not restricted to write whatever the things that are in your textbook. అమ్మ మోడర్న్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అనేటివి మీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో ఉండేటివే రాయాల్సిన అవసరము లేదు. If you know any new services, definitely you can write over. You are not bound to write only these particular things. Okay, according to the textbook, what they have given, let us try to recall ATM. So once again, let us try to recall the complete full form of ATM: automated teller machine or asynchronized teller machine. Nowadays, in order to reduce the employee or staff, sorry ma'am. So here, in order to reduce the employee or staff, what the banks that they have done over, they have introduced the ATM. And once again, in order to provide a very good customer services, they have provided this ATM. Not only this ATM, once again, they have introduced the depository machines where you can deposit the money, at the same time you can withdraw the money. And not only for the sake of withdrawal as well as depositing of money, these ATMs, they can be also helpful for various services that can be rendered without going to banks. So it might be regarding to mini statement, or regarding to fund transfer, or regarding to payment of bills. That is regarding to ATM. Next comes regarding to credit cards. So these are also called as plastic cards or plastic money. So credit card function is also just like the uh, overdraft facility, ma. So here credit cards, particularly this will be issued to employees, particularly we can say as software people, where their earnings are in huge manner. So here how the credit card functionality will be happen means, so the bank, it will be giving some sort of limit, so you can't exceed that limit, and that particular limit will be also held for one particular period ma. Within that period, if you are going to pay that money, no sort of interest will be laid down. After that, the bank it will be laying down. And next comes regarding to mail transfer and telegraphic transfer. So how you are transferring your funds nowadays through NEFT RTGS, the same thing in with the invention of internet, the mail transfer and telegraphic transfer has been happen ma. That means you are going to keep a mail request to the manager that so and so amount has to be transferred to so and so person. Then the manager of after receiving the mail, then he will be doing such kind of actions. Just like the SMS banking, the mail transfer will be also having. And next comes regarding to telebanking. So telebanking, the banking functionalities will be happen regarding to automated voice recorder machines. That means a pre-recorded voice will be happen according to that particular instructions that you will be doing the activities. For very good example, for one it will be asking debit balance, for two it will be asking credit, for three customer care, for four any other queries. In such manner, automated recording will be happen according to those instructions you are going to do the services. Next comes internet banking. So I have detailed to say that what is electronic banking and internet banking. uh, so internet banking, so on whatever the electronic devices that you are going to happen, if internet is going to support, then such kind of activities are called as internet banking. It might be uh, mail banking, it might be web banking, and it might be a Paytm. So whatever the banking functionalities that you are going to do through internet, it is called as internet banking. And finally round the clock banking. So as today we have got so many functions, and at the same time as internet has been available at lower cost, now round the clock banking has been happening. And once again here I want to bring another short thing: banking business hours. So there are two things: banking hours, business hours. From morning 10 to evening 5, it is called as banking hours. From morning 10 to evening 4 o'clock, it is called as business hours. Okay, if you require any amount at mid time, you are not supposed to go to particular bank and you are going to ask, because first itself we have said that whenever the customer he is going to demand, then it is the duty of the bank to repay back his amount if he is having sufficient funds in his account. But once again there itself that we have said that at proper time and in proper form, the customer he has to make that demand. So because of the availment of this internet facility, even at the mid time, at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, if you are going to transfer the money, it is possible. And here once again I want to recall one good statement more. Yesterday itself, RBI it has made available RTGS 24 into 7 365 days more. Previously 24 into 7 was there, but not for 365 days. That means for any holidays, Sundays and Saturdays, that means second Saturday and fourth Saturday, this RTGS and NEFT they are not supposed to work. But now, that means from yesterday onwards, NEFT and RTGS they can be worked for 24 into 7 365 days. So this is very good facility for us. So if you want to transfer 10 lakh rupee also at any time by using RTGS and NEFT, you can transfer the money. This is regarding to modern functions. Any doubts regarding to development and modern functions, ma? And any doubts regarding
No, sir.
to functions of banking? I have been left over with 3 minutes. If anyone is having any doubts, please raise your doubts.
No, sir. No doubts, sir. It's clear, sir.
Thank you, ma. Ma, if you have understood, please give thumbs up. I have to understand now. Every time I am not supposed to ask. Thank you. Justin, what about you? Shobharani, welcome to the session at the end, ma. Thank you, Bhavana. Any more doubts, ma? Tomorrow I am going to take the topic role of commercial banks in economic development, ma. If possible, different kinds of banks. These two topics I am going to discuss tomorrow. Shall I end the session now? Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
If any doubts are going to be happen, you can raise, ma. I will wait. Even if you are having any doubts, please post them in WhatsApp on next day or there itself. If possible, I will be clarifying your doubts.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Shobarani, are you having any doubts, ma?
Sir,
Please
last
go.
two, none, sir.
Please go on, ma. What doubt that you are having? Please raise your doubt. I will be clarifying.
First 6 points,
Which first 6 points, ma?
that
Which topic and which first 6 points?
innovations in commercial banks. Sir. Facts. Virtual banking, sir.
Which, ma?
Virtual banking.
Virtual banking.
Virtual.
Virtual, ma. Just now I have started regarding to functions of commercial bank, ma. And I'm having the whole textbook. I don't know which page that you are seeing over. Can you say the page number, ma? I will try to go through that particular page.
I don't have textbook, sir. I have material, sir.
Material. Okay, let me
That
try to say the virtual banking, ma. Virtual banking means that you are not having the banking services at your eyes. That means the present you are not having, but in imaginary that the banking services are going to be available. How? Through internet. That is called as virtual banking. See, in front of you, there is no the banking agent or banking person. The employee of banker is not available, but still you are making a demand in order to transfer the money for your customer or for your friend. The banking services are available. How those services are available? By using internet. That is called as virtual banking.
okay. Sir.
Still any more doubt?